Dome Link, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to another video. Welcome to the show. Give me just a sec. I'm trying. I'm working magic over here. Oh, my game bugged. Okay, good. So we're working magic over here. So you'll see it in one of the recording. But basically, what we're doing is we have the camera, we have my notes, and we have a game running, which is this game because today's tournament. Once again, don't forget it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the commentary show. We're doing well because they're having a wonderful day on this January February 2025. We're wearing the One Piece hat, so you know we're doing a One Piece. Admittedly, I took a break from One Piece. The reason is, like, okay. So the way I'm seeing this, right? If I watch one episode per day, right? That's 3 years. One Piece could possibly be finished by then. One Piece will most likely be finished by then. The show. The problem is I do not want to rush things. I don't want to rush things because it's not because One Piece is finished that I should watch it before it finish. Or it's not because One Piece is finishing tomorrow that I should catch up. So I'll take my time with it, and I think we went a bit. We're not saying too fast. I think we speed run it a little bit, but I started seeing the mural. If you're a One Piece fan, you know what I'm talking about. The mural, right? So I was like, holy shit, this is so good. And I don't know, I just hear people talk about One Piece, and I'm like, dude, why haven't I listened to One Piece lately? I want you guys to watch the last video and look the date of the upload. My hairs are long, so it's messy. I want you guys to see my hair, but I also want to show the hat because I like my hair like that. It's a little bit messy. Now, what I'm not mentioning is we also have a motivation for the One Piece. So there's multiple One Piece game that came out. There's multiple One Piece game that exist. My personal favorite is One Piece Treasure Cruise, right? So I was like, you know what? There's gonna be smooth sailing. There's gonna be a story. So I'm gonna have a story for the gaming channel, and I'm gonna have a normal story for the normal channel, right? Which is the story, the story material versus the gaming material. However, they're skipping so much. For example, they skip the whole entirety of the Mihawk fight, which, in my opinion, is one of the better scene of East Blue, right? And I don't mind it as much as I should, but at the same time, I don't mind it personally because I did see it and I did read it. If I didn't see it nor read it, I would be like, dude, how come I missed that, right? So, because of that, and the great thing about the One Piece Treasure Cruise is they'll do a whole arc and 15 episodes. So, for example, we had the Orange Town, which is Buggy. We had the Romance Dawn, which is Luffy as a kid. We had the no, we had the Zoro. We had Romance Dawn. We had Zoro. We had the Orange Town. We had the Barati. We had Arlong Pirates. Right? That's five. Well, five of these episodes were divided by 15, right? So you got 5 times 15 episodes. Now the problem is, I'm kind of ruining myself. So they tell you enough of the story so you understand what's going on. They don't tell you enough of the story so you really dive in. So it's a very recap, very big recap. Might have to do the date. That's why I cannot talk. And we already are at Log Town. So I was like, okay, well, I kind of play the One Piece game without watching Logtown. So I was like, okay, let's fucking do it. So without further ado, because I'm having a hard time talking, I'm a bit tired. Let's do a really quick recap of what I'm saying. I'm playing this game of One Piece, right? They're telling me the story, right? But they're telling me the story in a horrible fashion. Because they're telling me the story in a horrible fashion, I want to watch the source material. Sounds easy enough to understand? Sounds easy enough to understand. That is perfection. Cool. We have the 2 towers, we have the 3 towers. Perfect. One Piece. The episode we starting is at 44. Now, I don't know why I stopped at 44, but at the very least, we beat Arlong. So Arlong is defeated. We're celebrating with Kakayashi Village. We're celebrating the fact that Arlong is there. We're celebrating the fact that, guess what? I should wear my glasses. Give me a second, I'm gonna get my glasses because I took notes. And the problem with notes is I have them small on the computer. That way, the focus of the computer, or the focus of at least because we're screen recording, right? The focus of the screen recording is the game, not the notes. Yes, we have the celebration, right? It's super nice because you're seeing everybody. For example, you see Zoro who likes to drink. You see Sanji who likes the women. You see Usopp telling the stories of, "Oh, I'm the great hero. I'm the great hero," and you just see Luffy eating, right? But then again, and what I like about this, it's actually quite a smart narrative because by having these characters partying, right, you can focus on Nami. So there's a really, really cool scene. There's a very emotional scene with Nami where she does her baggage, right? There's a really, really emotional scene where kind of Nami she sees the ghost of Belmir, and although Belmir doesn't talk to her, she's asking, "Am I doing the right thing? Should I join the pirates?" And the best thing about that is Belmir. Nami feels the push. It's not a real push, right? But she feels the push. Because if she feels the push, it's like Bellamir telling her, hey, it's okay. Now, the thing that I like about this is, for example, right? Usopp didn't really have a choice. I think Usopp knew that he was. I think Usopp knew that he was he wasn't gonna make it on his own, honestly. I think Zoro joined Luffy because he liked Luffy, but at the same time, he was newly convinced that hey, I should be a pirate, right? Because bounty hunter, I'm treating like shit. Might as well be treated like shit. I'm as a pirate, right? With with Sanji, the nicest thing is Sanji saw the quality of the straw hat and he asked the straw hat to join. With Nami, Nami is a special character. Once again, she already had the chance to join the straw hats, right? So with Nami, she's like, what am I supposed to do now? What's next for me? And that's pretty much it, you know? So there's this very important scene in the Logtown, which is the next arc. And that important scene is I hope I'm fucking recording. Just gonna check if I'm recording. I'm pretty sure I am, so be ink be confident, okay? Be confident. I cannot check because I'm gonna fuck it up. Already the phone is a bit hot. I'm gonna have to open the door because it's a bit cold outside. So maybe just gonna because ultimately speaking, it's my last video of the day. So I'm doing this. I'm uploading and I'm sleeping. Yeah, there's a very important scene where everybody's telling, "Hey, this is my goal." So the only one that kind of change is, um, wait a second, what's that? I'm so sorry. I'm on focus. When I'm tired, I'm on focus. Found a piece of plastic, but I don't know what it is. Yeah. Ah, it's a fork. Okay. No, I don't care. I don't care. It's a fork. It's a fork from another dimension. So basically, they're all saying what they're doing. Nami since the very beginning she was stealing money so she could buy Kakayashi Village, right? So yeah, it's funny because Luffy talks about what he needs. He needs a doctor because Zoro gets fixed. Zoro gets fixed, and it's tough because he has a huge wound. And then they're like, okay, well, we should have a doctor. And it's funny because it's really cool scene. I really enjoy it because Zoro's like, we need a doctor, right? And he kind of jokes about it, but he's actually more serious, trying to convince Luffy like, yo, bro, maybe we should do that. Um, and then Luffy was like, yeah, I want a musician too. So he kind of considers what Zoro is saying, but it's like, yo, I want a musician. So that's pretty much it. We have the mention of Tony and Brooks. That's the future character that are going to be replacing those roles. We have a really nice talk between Nami, Genzo, and Nojiko, and the fact that Genzo is seeing. He's always been that father figure to Nojiko and Nami. And we got Nojiko that says, "What's next? What's your plan? Are you going to be staying here because now we're cool? What's going to happen with you, right?" And that's really nice. And I gotta say, it brought a tear. I was emotional for reals, for reals. I was in the bus, and that was a bit embarrassing. Super rare. Nice. We have a party, and we have Sanji and Zoro talking, which is super weird. A concept that was really interesting is the rebirth of the village. So, I always say I did a recap 2 days ago about One Piece, right? And I was talking about how it's nice that Orange Town and Arlong are kind of similar. So in Orange Town, Buggy took over, and Kakayashi Village, Buggy took over. right? Buggy. I'm saying boogie like boogie 298. I'm sorry. So we have this rebirth of the village. What are we supposed to do after that? That's actually important because like okay, well, we're free now. What's up with that, right? Restore. It's nice because our Nami also removed the Arlong tattoo, right? We get a new one. It's really emotional because again we know the Arlong tattoo was a proof that she was a member of the Arlong. Now in the time there's no machine to take out tattoos, so there's tattoo removal, but it's still not good. So we remember when she was younger, we see a scene that's really emotional when she was younger and she has that tattoo and she hates herself because she's like, I'm supposed to help this guy, right? And it's supposed to help this guy to get the village, but I'm supposed to help this guy and he has his tattoo on me. I'm like an animal. So Nezuko actually gets tattoo, and it's really really sweet because Nezuko only gets tattoo so Nami doesn't feel alone. So there's a really close bond between those two, and it's a really nice thing. Genzo is like a proud papa. Genzo really feel like a father figure to Nami, and he really cares about her. See, I'm gonna be honest and say, we don't really care about the people in the park. We don't really care about the people in the park. We care about Nezuko and we care about Genzo. That's about it. Then it's nice that those two are there for Nami because we're in Kakayashi village, yes, to defeat Arlong, but it's also in the village to defeat we're in the fates to help Nami. Right? Nami always away. Okay, yeah, cool. So Genzo is like, yo, I like Luffy. So this is very reminiscent of when Zed told Sanji, I like Luffy. It's nice because those are figures, and those parent figures like, okay, well, I trust you with him, right? A super touching moment where she see Belemir and Nami leaving. Yeah, that's what I was talking about when she see the ghost of Belemir. You got the 45. It's nice. We're back on the ship, right? Nami joined. We get more Straw Hats getting along, which is super nice because we don't see that a lot. So, for example, there's a really cool scene that I like a lot. So, basically, before they get to Arlong Parks, you're gonna see Usopp and Luffy that are shooting, right? What I really enjoy here is we're seeing Sanji cooking, and of course, it's not like, oh, this is a recipe, this is how we do it. There's a little bit of cooking, and you can imagine that the life on the boat is actually quite nice. This is what I love about, like, for example, Naruto. Naruto does a very good job at that. So Naruto will put characters together, and you don't know how it happens. So, for example, in the manga, we see the couple, right? And we see Shikamaru with Temari. Is that Shikamaru? No. Yeah. Konohamaru is the grandson. Shikamaru is the guy with the shadows. And you see them with Temari, and you don't know what happened. But you realize that in the anime, every time that she comes over to facilitate the communication between the village, he takes care of her. So there's romance there. There's a bit of romance there, which is really cool, really important. We have our first bounty, which is again super important. The first bounty is, okay, so it's kind of cool. So the bounty are extremely popular. Actually popular feature of One Piece. So the bounty is like the threat level, so the strength level. So for example, it's more so like a ranking. So for example, Luffy has a 30 million berry bounty. So it would put him at the top of the list. So every single strat's going to have a bounty at one point. The higher it is, the stronger you are, and the more importance you have, right? But it's also the fact that Luffy is starting to get known, right? So it's work as a positive and negative. He gets notoriety as a pirate, right? But he also gets heat from the Marines. So for us, we're happy because Luffy is getting more popular. The thing. So this is not a theory, but this is what I think. This is what I believe. So you see the thing with Luffy is that he's like, yo, I want to be the king of pirates. But the king of pirates is, a lot of people say, oh, it's when you find the One Piece, right? I don't believe that. I believe the king of pirates is gonna be the most popular pirate because now we're gonna be spoiling a lot. But if you see Kaido, if you see a lot of the pirates, they have complete like so this character that you don't know, this character called Ace. Again, we're going spoilers. So if you don't want to hear spoiler, don't listen to this. We have a character called Ace, right? And Ace is part of the crew called the Whitebird. And Ace is supposed to get executed, right? So the people that are loyal to Whitebird are coming to help him. A little bit of honey. Because almost inspired. We meet yes. Cool. We meet the Admiral Marines. It's a group of people that are talking about Luffy. And how I put it is, so it's really nice because we constantly see, okay, well, this guy, this is the set of the pirate, this is the set of marine, and that I really, really like. It's something that I really enjoy seeing. Not because it's super interesting, but it is nice to see the two sides of it. I got 15%. We have to hurry. Okay, cool. We have the 30 million. We see an army of marine, right? And they're getting kind of aggro, and you see them an army of marine, and say, "Yo, it's what we work for." And narratively speaking, what it's trying to push is the idea that, okay, well, the marines are very good. They're very strong. So we see the people's reaction to the bounty of Luffy. We see Kaya was happy. We see freaking Miyahaki goes to tell Shanks, and Shanks is celebrating. And we also see the first village from where Luffy comes from. We also see there's it's beautiful because one of my favorite reactions is Kobe. He was like, "Oh yes, all right, Luffy." So you kind of understand that his friend is happy, and even though he's a marine, he's happy for his friend. So that was really touching. With the explanation of the bounty system, right? Only Zoro understand that more bounty hunter. You understand? Between the two, okay, even Longbody, right? We have a fight between Longbody and, okay, so Longbody, which was defeated by Sanji and Barati, was demoted because it's like, yo, you suck, you're not strong. What are you doing in the marine? You're not a marine. Fuck you, right? And that's actually pretty important in the story because that's not really important. It's just like in the anime, in the manga, we don't hear about him. The anime is like, okay, well, we're looking for bounty, and you kind of see Luffy, and he wants to get revenge, but also is chance to get back in order, right? So it's super cool. The fight itself is more comical than anything, but the nicest thing that we see is Lieutenant Full Body. He shoots a cannonball, and Zoro cut it in half. So I thought that was really, 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 really nice. Talking about the next town, which is the log town. The 46 and 47, I'm going to put them together because it's a story. So one thing that I like about the manga a lot is in the manga we have side stories. So for example, Kobe training, which is super cool. We also have a part where Buggy finds the pieces of his body. So for example, when Buggy was defeated, they took the part of his body and they left it, they separated it, right? What I like here is we have the whole battle. So him meeting with a bird that wants to eat him, him having problem with piranhas. We actually see that in the thing, which is super cool. Now, what is also really cool is we see his team and his crew, and they're like, "Yo, Buggy is dead. So what do we do? We need a new leader." So we have this second hand and third hand who are fighting. The nicest thing is we know who they are because we fought them. So they're Mochi and they're Abaraji, which I really, 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 really enjoy because at the same time, like, give me something else than just the Straw Hats, you know. And even though it's filler, I think it's a good filler because it actually is part of the canon material, but also is pretty entertaining. Right? They're fighting back the Bear Claw tribe, which is a tribe, and this is why the reason why this is important is because they have to go together. Now, there's a weird part. There's an alliance between Buggy and Alvida. Alvida, we know her from the very first pirate, so she had a devil fruit, and now she looking skinny. She looks amazing. The weird thing about Alvira is we don't really see her crew. We see the crew of Buggy, but we don't really see her crew. We have to hurry. I'm so sorry, guys. It's because I have 12% battery. Well, we have 2 episodes left, so we're good. We have episode number 48. We have a new intro, right? We're at Lugtown. Lugtown, technically speaking, serves two purposes. So Lugtown is a intro to the Grand Line, and it serves as a little like narrative break. So, for example, we're gonna have people that are going to get items. So, for example, Usopp goes to buy an item, Nami goes to buy clothes, Sanji goes to buy food, Zoro goes to buy sword, which is possibly the nicest thing. The nicest thing about this, I'm sorry if I'm hurrying, but I have to. The nicest thing about the Zoro scene is I remember watching that scene as a kid, and I couldn't understand English, and I still thought it was a fucking badass scene. Luffy, he's looking for the Goldie Roger execution place because it's important, right? And he ends up in a bar called Goldie Roger. I mean, he's an old man. So the old man, he served a purpose of really, really like hyping up, glazing Goldie Roger and saying, yo, he was the best pirate. but it's a really important scene, right? Which is the very first time where people they'll see Luffy talking and they remember Goldie, which is gonna be the thing that's gonna happen the most during the series. So that's why Luffy is so special because people when he talks, people that met Goldie Roger, they're really similar. The way they're doing, the way they are, they're really similar. So Goldie Roger and Luffy, and this was a really important moment because we didn't know who Luffy's father was. We didn't know that. So it's like, yeah, maybe it's Goldie Roger. Also, we didn't know who Luffy's father was. So we were like, maybe he is the son of the King of Pirates. So maybe he's the next in line, right? Also, which is really important is there's something called the Wheel of D. Now we don't know what the Wheel of D is, but it's something. When you see the name, it's Goldie Roger, Monkey D. Luffy. So it's really important. We don't know what's gonna do yet. Even if you read the manga, I don't think it's explained yet. So it's really important. For 9, this is the end. We have Luffy that visit the platform, right? Versus Smoke. Smoke is one of my favorite marine. So Smoke is this marine that says, "Yo, I want to kill every single pirates. I have to protect this town, right?" But Smoke is actually really nice. There's a scene. It's a stupid scene. It's not really important, but there's a girl. I think she has this ice cream, and she goes and she bump into Smoke, and Smoke is like, "Yo, I'm sorry, my pants ate your ice cream." So it looks like a stupid scene, but it's actually a super telling scene. So this scene is supposed to represent the fact that Smoke, even though he looks like an asshole, he looks like mean. He's actually a really nice guy. He actually has a big heart. So he meets Luffy and it's like, "Yo, I'm gonna get you." And Luffy's like, they're fighting, and Luffy loses. So now we're in a problem. So for 9 is actually super important. We're in a problem because Buggy and Alvida are coming in. They're looking for Luffy. Smoke is looking for Luffy. And what is really nice in there is all of those people are going after Luffy, right? Buggy's for vengeance, Alvida is for vengeance, Smoke is because he has to, he's a bounty. What's really nice here is you're telling me that this is going on 2 episodes after the bounty system is explained. So we're having a direct example of, okay, yeah, this is the bounty. Zoro gets more swords. Right? It's a super cool. We're getting the an explanation of how the swords work. We're getting explanation of the quality of sword. We're getting explanation that one of the sword of Zoro is actually super good. You also get the tree swords, which is what he was doing. We don't know the power of the sword. I don't think these swords are gonna have powers later on. Maybe, who knows? And we have this marine, which is actually super important. So Zoro, when he was very little, he had his friend, right? Her name was Quina, and Quina, she was like, "Yo, my dream is to become the best swordsman," but she was a lady, so she's like, "Oh, my body is betraying me. You're a man. You're lucky." And then Zoro was like, and she died, and Zoro was like, "Yo, I'm gonna take care of everything." And Quina, which is the marine, she looks really similar to the friend of Zoro. So he's like, "Is she? Her? Is it her?" Now, for the longest of time, people think that it was her because we never saw the body, right? But who knows? That's pretty much my review. So tell me if I have to go fast. It's really cool. We're getting through Lockdown. Lockdown's gonna be good. If I remember correctly, Lockdown is fun. After that, it's boring. So, about 5%. I'm gonna have to go. I love you guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you guys really soon. Peace.